So, why are people joining gyms? One of the major reasons is, we have a great community. There's a nice little picture of our last conference, and I'll talk about our conference as we go through. The last conference was held at the Gold Coast. Next year's it's held at Perth, Western Australia. So it's really good. My job as the CEO of Gyms Bookkeeping Australia is to talk to every franchisee, prospect, bookkeepers, accountants, depending on what level you are, it doesn't really matter. And so my job on a daily basis is to have a chat to you. And so what we've listed here is some of the major fears and challenges that I know you guys have got right now listening to this informational webinar. And I'm just going to go through some of them, and then I'm going to ask feedback from Karen, and I'll introduce, as I said, Karen very shortly. One of the biggest questions I know it's sitting in your head is, why should I join Gyms Bookkeeping franchise? Most importantly, how do I get leads? Because this is the most important part of it. Let me explain to you. In the Gyms group, there's nearly 54 different divisions, and there's almost 4,000 franchisees in the group. You've heard of lawn mowing, maybe cleaning, maybe dog wash. They're our clients. And I'll ask Karen eventually, what is the percentage of clients at Gyms franchisees and Gyms non-franchisees? So it's a no-brainer. I don't think any other industry can offer this, because we can phone up any Gyms franchise owner or lawnmower and say, "G'day mate, how you going?" from Gyms Bookkeeping. And they will take the phone call, they'll be polite, and they'll take you to the next stage. The other important thing about Gyms Bookkeeping, and I'll talk about it later, is you cannot invest in a franchise unless you do the induction training program. I said there's 50 odd plus that go to the monthly initial training program. I was there last week, and there's a couple of people online today. I think there was 90 odd there. They are our leads. They are our prospects wanting to know, how do I set up? What software to do? How do I keep my receipts? So another process of getting new leads and new clients. Sure, they're only startups, but it's a good training ground for yourself to get going and be comfortable. So it's a unique situation. I've got another one coming up in December to talk to people. Gyms has a hierarchy system that there's gyms at the top, there's the divisional, which is myself, then we have franchisors, then we have franchisees. There's almost 300 plus franchisees in the Gyms group. And I know Karen will discuss some of her dealings with the franchisors. They're basically business development managers, looking after franchisees, supporting them, caring for them, helping them to do the work and getting an understanding. They're the people that we talk to, because 8 times a year they have franchisee meetings. As a bookkeeper, you attend, and as an accountant, as you attend those franchisor meetings, and just give them advice, give them support. Another way to get leads. Typically, you may have got to this informational webinar by Facebook. Sure, as a regional, we do a lot of Facebook marketing, and we do a lot of downloads, like how to improve your cash flow, giving information to prospect clients. Let me be honest with you. To get an external client is difficult. Let's say, for example, a business owner is currently using a bookkeeper externally or internally. Now, to get them to switch to another bookkeeper is a time process. That bookkeeper, the business owner must find out the bookkeeper maybe retire, may get sick, maybe do things wrong, maybe not up to date in things. That business owner will then start looking around. So it's a big, long process to fill the funnel up to get external clients. We all know that. We all know we go to networking events and stand there and put your hand up, I'm a bookkeeper. It's a long process. It does not work overnight. What does work overnight is talking to our Gyms franchisees at training. But we still do a lot of regional Facebook marketing, specifically in my region, which is most of Australia, getting leads. Sure, at our training induction program, we call it a LAMP, a local area marketing plan. It's a two-way win-win here. If you sit back as a Gyms bookkeeper and just wait for the phone to ring, it will fail. It just doesn't work. So it's a win-win. We'll show you in induction training the steps that you should do to market yourself. It's great getting a lead, but the most important thing is, how do you talk to them? How do you do a pitch? How do you do a when you get on the phone? We call that discovery call process, meeting processes, and pitch. Pitch is our promotion, inform, tell, clarify, and hook. It's a 5-step process, which we really teach you at induction training. And so when you do talk to someone, you understand how to convert that prospect to a lead, to a client, and most importantly, where you grow your business as a referrer. So we take you through those 4 stages. That's a very quick brief of how we train and educate our bookkeepers on a journey to become brilliant bookkeepers. Of course, brilliant bookkeepers means above average in learning, above average in skill. Therefore, you can charge above average and you'll have an above average business. So that's our vision. That's a little bit about enough about myself, and we're here to probably